will be placed down, and it looks like that will be Herbeck who will put it in play. Grant Herbeck will use the right foot. Low ball, near post, cleared away. I believe Mendoza. Don't see the number yet, but very active there on defense. Actually incorrect. That was Ibanez. Franco Ibanez wearing number 13. Cleared that one away. This ball will be thrown in by Kim. And a collision there, no whistle. Referee says play on. Ruben Campillo, the official in the middle. Long ball sent to the left. Palin is there, settles it. Shot taken, in the box, headed, and it's going to be high and left. It'll be a goal kick. A couple players campaigning for the corner. The referee would have none of it at the 15th minute. Ball will be put in play. Let's see if that is Ibanez again. That ball, high ball, that will trail here toward the near side. Once again, the wind will help do that. Brandon Kim sends it toward the middle. Did not connect there with the intended recipient was Rasmussen. Ball worked out, and Stone almost took it right away. Ball sent down. It'll be a throw-in for FC Dallas, but right near the flag. Working his way down to do the honors is Ibanez. Now he'll let Stone take care of it. Right back to Stone. Working back and forth. And there's a big tumble there by Hatfield. And this will be a set piece just outside the box. Only about 2 or 3 yards out the right-hand side. You folks should have a good view of this. Into the wind, so the ball will move quite a bit. And you see Pearson, he prepares. The wall is set up. Looks like just 2 players there. Everybody else lining up near the top of the box, trying to stay onside. And here's the ball. And a bender end just off the left post. And it was bending in toward that side of the goal, but not quite enough to come in. So Pearson lets it go. He'll put it in play now as we move into the 17th minute, 16:48 on the clock. If you see in the distance, the headquarters, players actually huddle behind the wall so the wind doesn't hit them. That ball headed in the midfield by Rasmussen. Now worked around by Dallas. Sent forward, blocked, back and forth we go. Herbeck now sends it back. That ball loose briefly. And now Kim, Stone works his way in. He's got some position. He's taken down, and referee says play on. And Coach Surgeon Smoleski is asking about that one. Ball continued on and ended up in the top of the goal net. Here comes Pearson. He'll put it in play. You can hear that wind whipping through. Ball sent out near midfield, back down the far side. Worked inside. Good work there by Libertyville as they work together. Good passing. Trying to get it all the way across. That one settled by Mendoza. Kim now. Libertyville. That ball loose over here. Let's see if Rasmussen can get a hold of it. He's going in. And that ball headed in near the top of the box, headed around. Ball that moves into the box. It'll be scooped up by Quevedo. Quevedo clears it out. Both teams now putting on a little bit of offensive swagger. Defense trying to stay in shape. And there's a good example of some footing giving way. Palin now will give way to Mendoza of Dallas. Near side, Stone. Mendoza down the line. Sends it over to Hatfield. Hatfield loses it out of play. We have our first substitute getting ready to come in. And that substitute will be Ryan Kim. Interestingly enough, I'm guessing we can find this out later. I don't know if Brandon and Ryan are brothers, but they have numbers that are symmetrically opposites, 51 and 15. Maybe planned that way. Ball to be put in play here by Ruda. Ruda puts it high in the air. That ball's going to float a while in the top of the box. Defense now trying to clear it out. Coming forward, here comes Rasmussen. Has pressure. Ball sent down the pitch. It'll be on the left-hand side. Let's see if Palin can get there. It will not, because that ball was riding the wind like a Boeing jet. And going the other way is like the Hindenburg. Slow, quickly the other way. Slow into the wind, fast with it, and you saw it right there. So the players will have to adjust. That ball shot right out of play. And now a ball they'll play low here and bring it down the line. There's one of those balls. You did not adjust on that one. That was going to go all the way to field number 4. The wind just carrying it off to the side. Once again, coming over from the far side of the pitch to the near. Ball headed down the line. It'll go out of play again. And Brandon Kim will continue to toss it in. Trying to get the broadcasters involved here as well. Palin now works it back to his left. Had good footing in that situation. And running through, Rasmussen goes down. Kim works it up. The other Kim. Nice move there. And let's see, this may be our second corner for the Libertyville squad. So moving up to take the kick to initiate it will be Herbeck once again. Spelled H-E-R-B-E-K, not like the Minnesota Twins baseball player, Herbeck, H-R-B-E-K. Add an extra E in there and you've got it, Herbeck. Grant puts it in play. It's low, into the box. Cleared by the defense. Stone now will quickly come the other way. A little counter punch. Hatfield chasing it, but the defense there. And I believe it went off Hatfield, and that's what the call is. Good job in the back by Parker Jackham. Be a toss in with the wind. Well, they progress on up about 30 yards, maybe 40. Be a toss in over there by Uriostegi. Angel. And Mason Williams also working right there. He'll toss. Whistle on the other field. Here, ball sent back in. Palin over there working, heads it back into the box. But Quevedo, easy play there. He'll scoop it up. 23rd minute, 22:45 on the clock and running. It might be a little added time. We'll see here at the end of this first half. We're about halfway through. Once again, the wind really whipping. I hope it's not affecting you being able to hear us talk. Ball sent to Rasmussen. He'll handle that. Slows it up now, brings it to the near side. Brandon Kim. Ball worked by Palin. Sent back to Kim. Worked back into Jackham. Also in there is Ryan Kim with a touch. That ball headed away. See the fresh legs of Ryan Kim as he has come in. Now working it to the near side, there is going to be Norsworthy. Norsworthy right back to him. He'll take it left foot, right foot, and off the defense. Ball sent right back in. That's Ibanez, sends it out to Stone. Low ball into the box. And point blank, and Hatfield looked like he just missed that one. Pearson has to scoop it up. A nice play by Stone. Nice through ball. And that one disrupted, dispossessed, and ball goes back and forth. The wind playing some havoc out there. Barry with the pass. This is Ryan Kim. Fresh legs, as he was the only substitute we've had in so far as we approach the 24-32 mark. A little bit too much on that one. Once again, with the wind, the ball's really going to go. Stone works it. Stone working it around with a player down, and that's going to be Northy, who took a kick in the shin, it looks like. He's up, though. Checking to make sure he's all right. They get a thumbs up. Coach Che checking in on his players. That was, once again, Derek Norsworthy, who went down briefly. Ball's settled down. It'll be cleared on down to keeper Caveda. Let's see if he can get to it. He'll toss it in. Might have been a little dangerous if it had been followed up, but once again, you saw that ball just trail off to the left. Wind, right, left, and nice move there. Hatfield works his way in. And a shot there, it's going to go off Pearson, but it was a foul on Hatfield that will cause the play to stop. So players, I'm sure the cold really not affecting them as they work hard out there and work the sweat up, but the wind, on the other hand, has definitely had an impact. And you'll see it right here. This ball will really carry. A header back toward Palin. He tries to settle it. He does. Defense there to clear it out. That was Ruda, I believe. Ball in the middle. Rasmussen, Palin. Stone there as well. Rasmussen now heads. A good job there. A nice job of heading the ball to a teammate. A lot of jousting there with the feet. Ball off of Libertyville, and it will go off Kim's chest, out of play. Throw in by Stone. Players continue to work hard. Official says come back a little bit closer to the tent. Ball sent in. Hatfield now heading it. Sending it back there was Crocker. Worked into the box, top of the box. Sent back out. It'll be a long crack, and that one's going to go off the hands of Pearson. That'll be a corner. It'll be coming from the far side. And from what I have here, the first corner by the FC Dallas squad. And the wind will be blowing this ball really away from the net. So you can try to bend it back in, but it's not going to do much. It's going to fall into the box. There's a header away, and just off to the right side. I believe it was Derek Norsworthy. Let's see if we've got some blood. Looks like maybe on Brandon Kim has a knee that has scraped up. So we have some subs coming in. We also have I think a knee that was bloodied there. Kim will have to get that cleaned up. And we'll let you know who the other substitutes are. This will add some time here in this first half. Getting ready to check in will be Restrepo and Torres. That ball sent back, settled by Mendoza. Urio Stegi, working it around out there. Now the defense, Mendoza's there, but once again it's Urio Stegi Working it in. Here's a shot. That's a good ball through. Palin with a crack at it, but he's going to get under it and send it up. I believe that went all the way out of play, and the ball went over the netting. Yeah, the ball went completely out, so they'll have to bring that one in. The backup ball is now in. And we were here last week for the girls action and work 2 days, 8 matches on this field, field number 3. I'm not sure if the net is even up over there. It would either clear the net or the netting is down, but it looks like the netting, it just went right on over. We're at the 29:48 mark, 30th minute. There probably will be some added time. We've had a couple of injuries.
Okay.
And we got the trainers coming in to check on Brandon Kim with the knee that is bloodied. Checking in is going to be Preston Wickramesekera, wearing number 8. He is a substitute getting ready to come in for Libertyville. Palin works his way through, and that ball disrupted Stone now. Has a touch. Uriostagi gets it back. Rasmussen now sends a hard ball off to the left. That will go all the way through and picked up there by Quevedo. '31st minute, ball tossed to the far side. Left footer gets a good foot into the wind. Ball headed down, but the defense still shaped up well. I'll send out of there by Herbeck. That'll go out of play. A lot of fans here, wrapped up well. Interesting, the one set of fans sitting down and blankets all over, and the other side standing on the top row. So, as we said, a couple of subs getting ready to come in. Preston Wickramesekera, 16 letters in that last name, as he will check in right now, wearing number 8. Checking in will be Ethan Unger for FC Dallas. He'll come in for Stone. So Unger wearing number 9, he checks in. And waiting for the toss. All right, the referee blows the whistle now. Ready to go. Ball tossed in. Headed out of there by Dallas. Ball will go out of play. Toss will come in from Mason Williams. Just inside the midfield line, probably about 10 yards. Ball flicked around. Rasmussen has a little space. Now taken away. Nice move there. Good ball handling. Turned around, though, and was met by the defense. Ball the near side. Restrepo now. He'll work it down. Fresh legs coming in as the substitute tries to get it past Ryan Kim. Does not. Kim, good job, but the ball trailed just across that sideline, which, once again, gravity and the slope of the field will tend to carry it out of play. Players wanting a handball there. The referee Campillo says play on. And this will be another corner here for FC Dallas. 2 for each team now, if our addition is correct. And we're checking on Brandon Kim to make sure he can check back in, has his knee taped up. Medical staff coming out to work and do their job, and well organized here to take care of those mishaps. Jackson Van Dixhorn checks in, and just in time for the corner will be put in play with a left foot. Ball down low into the box, controlled briefly. Let's see if it went over the line. It's going to be another corner. Unger, who will put it in play, had just checked in. He's the left footer. He'll come in, and this will be into the wind. There'll be a lot of bend to it. There it is. Bending in, headed out, and it'll be out of play. And another corner. This will be the fourth. 3 back to back to back here. And this first day of the National League competition, teams from all over the country ball into the box, and it's going to bound over the line again. Let's make it 4 in a row. Another corner. Unger's leg will be tired here in a minute. Players line up once again, and here we go. This one a little bit higher into the box. Punched away. Guess what? Another corner. And they'll switch it up. Unger now will take a break. I'm trying to see who's going to put this one into play. Looks like Torres comes over. He's going to put it in play with the right foot. That one bending out toward near the top of the box. Still loose. Trying to clear it away and finally getting it out of there. Changed strategies a little bit. Went with the right foot that would trail away from the goal. A little bit of a lazy pass there. Left it open as hustling in was going to be Daniel Bronfien. Ball on the far side. Worked around, trying to work in. Got a little space. Ball worked around. And hustling in. Ball sent in and just out of, hey, that's going to come right toward the tent here. One of the fourth official trying to grab that one. Obviously not a goalkeeper in his days. Ball sent in. Jackham now off to the side. Let's see if he can keep it in. He does. However, it's picked up there by Restrepo. Works through traffic. Goes in deep. Keeps it in play. It'll be sent out, and that'll be a throw-in, avoiding the corner. Marquez now will check in. Alexander Marquez for FC Dallas. Let's see who's checking. He's checking in. Coming over to take care of the throw-in will be Reed Berry. Coming out right now is Ibanez, Franco Ibanez, and also getting ready to check in for Libertyville. Number 6, we'll give you that. The ball bounding around in the box. Sent back out on the far side. That is Reyes, and it goes through. Big collision. Ball still loose. Threat is still on. Ball sent in. Wind's got it. Headed. Still loose. Can't get it out of there. The defense now finally gets it out. Palin, who is really more of a forward and striker, has to clear it away. Checking in will be Henry Morrison. And momentarily here, ball thrown in. FC Dallas really putting the pressure on, and they have had 6 corners now, 4 of those simultaneously. And Coach Smoleski will send in Morrison. Looks like he's coming in for, get the number here, Mason Williams. Williams comes out. Coach encouraging each player as they come off. That ball will be thrown in on the far side. Have a little bit of wind to help. Thrown into the corner of the box, headed down, now cleared away. That ball's really going to move. Ball popped up in the air, and it will be a throw in there for Libertyville. Ryan Kim tracks it down. Now he'll toss it in. Sends it into Van Dixhorn. Pressure there. I say will go out. Good job by Van Dixhorn to keep the pressure on. Kim tosses in toward Palin. Palin trying to maintain some time of possession, but it gets away. It'll be another throw in for Libertyville, however. A little bit further back than Palin was ready to toss. Toss down toward Wickremesakera. Let's call him Angel. Angel's a good, easy first name. Oh, excuse me, Preston. It's Angel Uriostegi. And Preston Wickremesakera. So Preston over there working it around. And we got whistle on the other field. Sounded like it was here in this field 3. We're on field 3 right now, surrounded by other matches going on. Henry Morrison loses his shoe, but still draws the whistle. So this will be a ball with the wind helping. This could be a dangerous play. We'll see if that's the case. This is going to be Democles. Jacob Democles will check in. Coming out will be Bronfien. Bronfien wearing the goggles. Not sure he needs the sunglass part of that today. Very cloudy and overcast. Cold wind blowing, as we've said. A little bit muddy near the edges of the pitch. It'll be Rasmussen. He lines it up. Shot second. That's a hard shot and a lot of contact in the box. Palin went down. Ball still worked around by Kim. Trying to work it over. It's going to be a goal kick, however. It goes off of Kim. Good defense down there by Simone Restrepo. 42nd minute, 41:30 on the clock and running. Players trying to sub in here before halftime. Ball will be put in play here momentarily. Getting ready to check in will be Jeremy Jaime. Listed him as a starter. However, Reyes was in the starting lineup and not Jaime instead. And a ball moved around. Palin now looking for options. He'll send it back. Big ball sent in. Let's see if anybody's there. Rasmussen chasing, but once again that wind is going to carry it and ride it on out of there. So we got Jaime checking in for FC Dallas. Scott Wagner will be checking in for Libertyville. Coming out, Klaus Palin, as well as Reed Berry. Reed Berry for Dallas. 42:40 on the clock. Probably a minute or two of additional time. We'll get that number for you here in just a second. Ball high in the air. That's going to come right toward us here on the tent, and we'll go up on the tent and over. So once again, the wind really bringing the ball from the far side of the pitch to the near side. Kim will pick it up, toss it in. Rasmussen shoulders it down. Ball being worked around quickly there by Democles, who just checked in. Looks like Kim will come up to toss it. And a short toss into Rasmussen. Trying to turn. Taken down there. The referee says play on. That ball right down the line. Kept in briefly. Nice. Went through the wickets. Ball passed around now the opposite side. Reversing field. Moving forward, Ryan Kim. Ryan Kim over to Van Dixhorn. Now to Brandon Kim. Right-footed ball into the box. Hustling in. That was going to be a nice breakthrough there by, it looked like it was Morrison who was flashing through. But quickly the other way. Dallas missing a couple of starters that kind of key their offense are not in there right now, and you can kind of see that. Take it down. We got 1 additional minute added on, so we're at 44:30 right now, running clock. So another minute and a half here in this first half. Ball over to Brandon Kim. Kim sends it up to Rasmussen, trying to do something here in the last minute or so, and taken down. Rasmussen goes down. And quickly they'll have to play it, and working his way over. It looks like that's going to be Herbeck who will put it in play. And the ball will be sent. It's going to go into the box. Not sure that wall was a full 10 yards back, but it was into the back. So here comes the ball in, and probably down to about 45 seconds or go here. Here comes the toss in. Ball tossed in, worked around, now sent toward the top of the box. Wind helping a little bit. Ball cleared away. Good job by the defense. Quick run here. Maybe something can happen here before we go to halftime. Referee saying there's 1 minute additional time, so we're probably down to about 20 seconds now. That ball out of play. Throw in for Libertyville. A little bit of wind to help, but they'll send it back to Rasmussen. Seems to be the go-to guy. And taken down again. Rasmussen will lay it down. Quick ball. Sent over toward Morrison. Tries to head it. Hustling back, though, is going to be Reyes. And a diving stop there. And that'll take us to halftime with no score. A lot of action. A lot of corners there for the FC Dallas team. 4 in a row, actually. And couldn't capitalize, however. So we'll go to our break. And we'll be back. Second half action coming up. John Peters here with you. Jordy Madrigal, our producer. Alec, Cole, and Philippe on the cameras. And we want to say a quick word of thanks to our sponsors, Bubba Burger, Nike, Positive Coaching, the MLS, Major League Soccer, Toyota, Wilson Trophy Company, U.S. Youth Soccer, of course, U.S. Soccer, and Turbo Sports, the official video producers of U.S. Youth Soccer. Go to usyouthsoccer.org and get all the scores, standings, stats, and even more. We'll be right back. Give us about 10 or 15 minutes. We'll be here with the second half in Chile, North Carolina. ready to get them back out again. All right. Ooh. My gosh. I guess I need to get my roster. I don't have them memorized yet. Okay. Good. And welcome back, folks. We get ready for the second half. Still no score here. And the National League, I tell you, one of the neat things here this week is the tremendous number of college coaches who are able to come out and watch these players, college coaches from around the country. And when you come in, the literally probably 25%, maybe even a third of the parking lot set aside for parking for college coaches. So they are here watching, able to get in up close and personal. Switching directions now, the FC Dallas squad will actually have the wind aiding them some in this second half. It could be, you have to adjust either way. If you're going into the wind, you can bend the ball a little more. Of course, going with the wind, that's going to carry further. So we'll see how the teams adjust to that. Rasmussen now works it back across midfield. Looks like pretty much starters are back in. We'll try to get you that information as we go on. That ball cleared out by Mendoza for Dallas. Other teams gathering, of course, a match that will start on this same field at noon. So those teams gathered around watching, maybe some of their future competition. That ball sent in. It's going to be chased down there by Herbeck. Sends it back to Pearson. A little pressure put on. Now that ball goes up into the wind. It will not go as far, of course. And now Dallas trying to put the pressure on. Continuing to maintain possession. Defense is there now. Ball batted around. Klanos is checked back in. Coach Molesky really did a lot of substituting. Gets a lot of the starters back in. They've got a little bit of time to rest. Dallas trying to work it around, goes off Palin. It'll be a throw-in for Dallas. Working his way over there is Marquez. Alexander Marquez. He'll toss it in. Headed back. Ball right in the midfield. Into the back. Ball on the near side. That's Unger, one of the subs who stayed in. And ball stays. No, it comes across that line. Once again, wind and gravity both pulling that ball out of play. This ball will be tossed in there by Martin Reyes. Reyes backs up a little bit. It's very soggy right where he is. I went over there earlier to talk to Coach Che. That ball bounding around the box and cleared out. Out front now, it's going to be Bronfien. Taken back away by Unger. And there's Rasmussen. He tries to clear it away from the Dallas red shirts. And it'll be a toss in there for Libertyville. One of the concerns we usually try to find out is who had the assists on a goal, because it's not something that is really sometimes kept track of as closely as you would think. So in this case, no goals, no assists. We have had quite a few corners. Had several there by FC Dallas. Actually simultaneously had 4 in a row. Ball sent back in. Nice job there by Reyes. Top of the box. Hustling in is going to be Santiago. And we got a yellow card, and this is, I think, just outside the box. believe it's Rasmussen who was carded. That is Johan Santiago, number 5, who went down. So this is going to be a it's going to be the wall setup. Of course, looks like you've got about 5 or 6 Libertyville players setting up the wall. It looks like it's going to be Reyes who's going to set the ball down. Maybe 2 yards, maybe 3 outside the box. So he's only about 20 yards away from the goal. You see Pearson lining up behind, setting up the defense. And you've got a couple of players lined up. You also have Unger there. And it's going to be chipped up and tipped over the bar. Nice job by Pearson. A nice save and a beautiful ball sent in there by Reyes. Almost like a little pitching wedge sent in on a golf shot just to kind of drop it over Pearson. Got it over the wall, tried to drop it in. So this will be the left-footed corner brought in. Into the box, Rasmussen rises above everybody and heads it away. Collected there by, and the whistle, this will be a kick just inside. That was Santiago earned that, so that would be the 7th corner now for Dallas, 2 for Libertyville. So Dallas now with the wind will probably be even more offensive minded. Ball sent to the top of the box, headed around. That was Klanos, I believe, who got up there to get ahead on it. Kim now will send it to the corner. And it will be, okay, might have had an offside there as well. The official on the far side is Javier Rodriguez. Near side here right next to us, Odunya Cabedi. And Ruben Campillo is the official in the middle. Let's see if they got the, I don't know, the yellow card was being shown. I guess they were just making sure that earlier booking was seen. A lot of hand fighting there. Libertyville now with Kim coming the other way, works through traffic. Good speed by Kim. A little slide tackle there, but it goes right to Palin. Bounded back, blocked, taken down, and looks like this is going to be, I can't tell from here if it's outside the box. We'll find out. This is almost identical to what we just saw on the other end. And so I see the yellow card out, but everybody is moving around, and the yellow card looks like it's going to go. Couldn't tell if it was Santiago. We'll have to see. We had another yellow card, but I'm not sure. We'll have to get that information for you here. And this will be a set piece again, another free kick just outside the box. We had the yellow card for Rasmussen earlier from Libertyville. That one against one of the FC Dallas players. And here's Palin. He'll send it up just over the bar. And so once again, the wall is effective as it causes the ball to be sent up. A little bit more pace on that one. And we'll double check here to see who had the booking here. That was in about the 52nd minute. Tell you who it was? So with the booking, actually, we'll see the ball worked around into the box, and Dallas still working it. Now they'll kind of clear it out. Went to Mendoza. That's who had the yellow card, as Landon Mendoza. We knew there were a couple players in that area. fighting for it. Klanos now coming through. Rasmussen with the yellow card earlier. A lot of jousting there. Ball right back out. And a little jawing going on here as well. Tanner Kelly right here in the mix. Also in the mix is going to be Martin Reyes. He'll toss it in. Ball top of the box. Kim high in the air. That ball will almost go backwards once it gets that high. And a whack at it for the right foot, sends it high in the air. That was Restrepo. Simone sends it off to the right. 54-13 on the clock. We're in the 55th minute. Almost identical play at either end, though, that the foul just outside the box. Very fortunate for both teams it wasn't in the box, of course, with the PK possibility, but just outside. And we're trying to keep track now very quickly with the 2 yellow cards. That ball worked forward. Nice play here, and that's going to be behind Kelly. Ball worked up the near side. Nice pass. Worked around and taken away. Good job there by Restrepo. Sends it forward. A little breakaway. And there's a touch. Let's see if it's going to be controlled. Shot off to the side, and the defense hustling back. Let's see if it's going to be a corner. It is going to be a corner just past the line before they were able to control it. And I think we'll double check that to make sure, but it looks like that will be the 8th corner now. Now it looks like it is going to be just a toss. So there was not a corner. Ball top of the box. Rasmussen heads it down. Coming out. Palin gets there first. Hustling over. That was Kelly. And we'll try to get out of the way here. Can't move too quickly with all the wires, so we just have to duck. Ball worked in toward the top of the box. Little drop-off pass there, now to the midfield. Santiago works it to the far side. Works it over to Marquez. Sends it in the box. Jack him out, and there's a foul. Let's see if Rasmussen is okay. Looks like he's a big, tough guy. There's no doubt about that. No card on that one, but a little chat from the official, the referee in the middle. Has a little discussion there. I'm thinking that, I'm not sure if that was Mendoza again. Ball tipped around, good pass there. Through ball sent toward Kelly. He's working his way to the right, maintains possession, now works toward the corner, and we got a hold. And this will be a ball that can be fed in much like a corner, to be just inside the line. And referee pointing to the spot. Quevedo giving instruction now to his defense as they set up. Looks like it'll be a left-footed bender. It'll be winding in toward the goal. Putting it in play will be Yuriostagi. Far post and headed away. Not all the way, however. Still controlled. A big collision there. Still some opportunity, and now finally cleared out. The wind's going to really carry this one. It's going to come on out of play. Ball sent back in by Williams. Uriostagi. Williams. Back to Angel. It'll be a toss in for Libertyville. 57, actually going up to 58 minutes on the clock. We move into the 59th minute here. Still no score. Had some definite opportunities, both teams here in this second half. Actually had a couple free kicks within 20, 22 yards for both squads. Libertyville now. Ball sent toward the box. Reed there now. Ball trying to go out. There's Klanos. He'll fly in. Klanos and Rasmussen both very stout players and big players out there. Rasmussen now comes away with it. Uriostegi sends it out to the left side. Bronstein, nice job by the defense, taking it away. Bronstein now working it back. Be a low ball sent toward Rasmussen, trying to maintain. He has good balance, sends it in. That's going to be a ball off to the side, and like it went off the side of the post, so that will be a goal kick put in play by FC Dallas. Tell you what, we're in the 60th minute. Really worked back and forth. The wind has had an impact. Doesn't seem to have been all that much of an advantage either way, because when the wind is blowing into your face, the ball can be quite tricky on the goalkeeper as it bends back and forth, maybe a little knuckle action, floating. Planos with the ball, a little pressure from behind, sends it back. Low ball sent through, headed out. Near side, there's Unger, surrounded. Now he'll send it down toward Jaime. Jaime, ball into the box, top of the box. Working it around there is Restrepo, takes a shot. That's going to be off to the side. Diving out is Pearson with no touch, however. What do we have here? And the referee having a little chat. See who he's talking to. It looks like Ruda. Coach official, the head official in the center there, Ruben Campillo, had a little chat there with a couple of the Dallas players. A little shove in the back. It'll be Dallas ball. And this could be a ball sent it way easily into the box with the wind. Let's see what they decide to do, however. Lining it up is Ruda, Ernesto. And the hand up signifying the play is on. That's a long ball, left side, headed out of play by either, I believe it was either Jackham or Herbeck. Trying to pick out number 41 now. That's Jackham. I'm sorry, Herbeck. Grant Herbeck with the header, but that'll lead to another corner. And this will be the 8th corner for this FC Dallas team. 4 times as many corners. That high in the air, that's going to float into the box, bounding around. Herbeck clears it out. Palin trying to get to it, but it's sent right back in by FC Dallas. Dallas working it around. Sent out to the far side. Rasmussen rises up. That's going to be Restrepo near side. Lines it up. Sends it through the defense. Tries to. Defense comes away with it. Libertyville, but picked right back up. Palin ball coming to the near side. It will come just across the line. It'll be a throw in for Dallas a little bit further back. And Reyes will do the honors. Checking in a couple substitutes here for Libertyville will be Ryan Kim, wearing number 51. He comes in for Williams. And number 6, that's Henry Morrison. He'll come in for Ryan Klanos. Reyes with the toss. Ball bounding around. And Ryan Kim, that's going to be a toss in for FC Dallas. Another substitute is Chandler getting ready to come in. Reyes with the toss. Into the wind. Kind of knocks that one down a little bit. Top of the box. Defense comes away with it. Libertyville. Other way, Morrison. Reed sends it forward. Let's see, trying to clear away, but it's going to stay on that line. And that's Morrison on the far side working with it. Now the other way for Dallas. Dallas sending it in. Jaime. Jaime low through ball there. Tried to get over. Nice slide in there to break it up. That was Jackham. That ball will go out of play. Once again, a little bit soggy here on the side. You have to be careful. Make sure those cleats are planted. Subs coming in will be Hatfield and Chandler. 2 and 3 numerically. Coming out will be Brian Santiago, as well as Dayton Crocker. A couple of Santiagos on the FC Dallas squad, Johan and Brian. Brian out right now. A couple of Kims on the Libertyville squad, Brandon and Ryan, both on the pitch right now. Ball sent forward, intercepted there by Ruda. Reyes. Near side, Unger. Rasmussen heads it down, but still controlled by Santiago. High ball, top of the box, headed. Hustling in. There's Jackham. He gets a foot on it. High ball controlled by Pearson. Pearson low ball to try to get it out of there, knowing it's going into the wind. And here comes Bronstein working forward. That pass behind Morrison interrupted the flow a little bit. Uriostegi. Rasmussen moves up, has some defenders following, works it off to the side. They could send it right back to him. He's in the box. And taken away. Coming the other way now. Quick counter punch. That's going to be Restrepo working it forward. Sends it over toward Hatfield. Fresh legs as he just checked in. But Parker Jackham there to interrupt that play. Hatfield. Working it across. Now sends it toward the midfield. Reyes. Sends it up to Unger. Ball bounds over the foot of Jaime, and they'll send it back out toward the midfield stripe. Working it around now, Libertyville. 67th minute, 66:25 on the clock, running. We were discussing the temperature a while ago. It is very chilly. This competition very stiff and really working toward a national championship right in the backyard of this FC Dallas team in Frisco, Texas. And a slide tackle in the middle. Some bone-crushing tackles all across the pitch. Like bump there, playing on. Palin now hops back up. Ball worked around. Morrison looks up. Tries to pick out. It's going to be Tanner Kelly. Ball now in the box. Palin hustling across. Play will continue. Ball down the line. Ryan Kim. Big ball into the box. Far corner, far post. Rasmussen tries to do a one-timer, may have caught the turf, and looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Well, if he went down to make contact on that and actually caught his foot. I think he got the turf monster. Got the medical team coming out to check. That's Rasmussen keeping. It might be just a cramp. We'll hope. Looks like coach operating out there like it might just be a cramp in that left leg. So these Guys, of course, both these teams traveled long distance to get here and now go right to work the next day. And so the body's still recuperating maybe from that travel. Let's see if Coach Smoleski's out there trying to stretch out. That is Evan Rasmussen. In the meantime, a lot of water bottles being tossed around, trying to hydrate everybody. And even though it's cold, you got to remember to drink the fluids. Have another substitute looking ready to go in. Let's see if so the medical staff now has spoken to Evan, and now he went back off the pitch, now going back out to check once again. Okay, let's see if we got another sub here for FC Dallas. Looks like a sponsor, big time sponsor for them is Advocare. Coming in is going to be Brandon Torres. Torres, a striker, forward and a striker. Coming out will be Unger. Ethan Unger, who's been on this left side, near side to us, to you right now. So we'll talk a little bit about the National League. It is unique for the 2016-17 season. This is the 10th season for the National League competitions. The number of teams in the 16U through 18U age group has doubled and has pushed the total now to 256, 128 boys teams and 128 girls teams. One of the big things we've talked about is the college exposure. Hundreds of college coaches. You can actually go on the ususoccer.org website and see a list of the different college coaches who come out to watch and recruit some players. So Rasmussen working his way off the pitch. The defending U.S. Youth Soccer National Champions in the boys side. In the 15U was Castle Red out of North Carolina. The 16U National Champions, Valparaiso United out of Arizona. 17U was McLean Hotspur Green out of Virginia. Loudon 99 Red out of Virginia. And the 19 and 20U Pipeline 98 Black out of Maryland. Ball bounding around and sent forward. Yeah, we'll have a little action here at midfield. Pinballing around. No real possession by either squad. Ball going back and forth. Trying to get a little more purpose in the touches here. Ball settled now. Worked around. The defense very pesky. Santiago now works to the far side. He's surrounded by three or four white shirts, and they'll come away with the ball briefly. Now sent back in and off to the right. That ball was sent in by Chandler, Daniel Chandler. 73rd minute here. Clock at 72:30 and running. Probably 2 or 3, maybe more minutes of added time here in the second half, as we've had a couple of injuries. Ball floating high in the air, but headed back, headed again, trying to settle it now is Restrepo. Works it in. He's surrounded by white shirts. And the flag goes up. It'll be a throw-in for FC Dallas. FC Dallas, once again, the bright red uniforms, white numbers, white stripes. Toss into the box. Reyes might have another chance to send it back in. He does. Redirected by the defense. Ball worked around there by Jaime. Reyes. Back and forth they go. And we got a hold there. Looks like on Ryan Kim. So this will be a ball put in play just inside the sideline. And the players warming up. Obviously the FC Dallas squad from a much different climate than what we're seeing right here. Left-footed Reyes, he'll put it in play. The players begin moving around the box. High ball, it's going to fade in toward Pearson. He goes up high and gets it. He high pointed that one at the height of his jump. Wind blowing very hard. That's a nice punt out of there. Good strength on that one. However, here comes FC Dallas again. Good job by Herbeck to disrupt that play. Bronfien to Palin. Uriostegui. Jackham. Palin. Now Santiago takes it the other way. Ball worked around, twisted around, and that'll be a foul. And we'll have the substitutes ready to come in. Mass substitution here. Let me just go ahead and read through the list of subs. It's going to be Rasmussen re-entering. It'll be Wickremesakera, Preston, who will go in wearing number 8. On the FC Dallas side, you've got Josh Stone and Derek Norsworthy, Reed Berry. Josh Stone, forward on the right side, brings a lot of skill in there, ball handling and speed. Coming out will be Santiago, Jaime, as well as Mendoza. And ball put in play. Nice long ball, top of the box, headed. And it'll be a goal kick for Pearson. And tough to control that ball with the wind and against the wind. Might even be a little tougher when you're going against it. I mean, with it, because it just carries it much further than you would anticipate. Pearson loosening up, and he's going to put a foot into it. Ball carried fairly well into the midfield circle. Uriostegui, now it's going to be Restrepo. Morrison. Ball from the back. Jackham now sends it out to the far side. Out there is Marquez. Really a lot of back and forth here. Pretty good defense. Torres works it in. But there it is, Ryan Kim. Preston sends it over to the far side. That's Brandon Kim settling it. And it goes right back to FC Dallas. Herbeck. That moved Herbeck a little bit out of position. They'll bring it back to this near side. Stone here on the left side. Does a little give and take. Now sends it into the box, and Herbeck clears away. Palin. Little silent pass, tried to let it go through. Couldn't control it, however. And FC Dallas the other way. Ball there by Norsworthy. Taken away, Kim, it goes down, no whistle. Coming the other way, Hatfield. Hatfield sends it forward to Restrepo, cleared away by Jackham. 77-37 on the clock. And running. In the 78th minute of this match. Once again, ususoccer.org, the place to go and find all the stats, schedule, standings as we move forward. Ball bounded around, still loose. Still loose. There's Stone, tried to get to it and cleared away by Herbeck. Little back flick there towards Stone. And a little bit much, and that ball sent down the other way. Good job then there by Wickremesakera. Ball on the pitch. Nice slide and kept in play. Bronfien chasing after it. It'll be a Throw in here by Ryan Kim. Ryan Kim now tosses it in toward Palin. Palin turns. Back to Kim. Sends it across. Rasmussen might have had a chance. The ball was bending toward him. He had backed off just a little bit, and the defense of Hatfield sends it forward. Restrepo down the far side, comes away with it. Ball into the box. It's going to be a header to the far side, and it's going to be just wide. And what a play. I tell you, that was an incredible cross into the box. Torres gets ahead on it as Pearson had to commit to the left side, and it was a great opportunity, a golden opportunity for the FC Dallas squad. Substitute getting ready to come in. Joshua Johansson comes in for Angel Uriostagi. So Johansson wearing 81. Can't miss that. Pearson high ball is going to die right there before it gets to the midfield circle. It'll be a ball that's placed down by Rasmussen. Free kick for Libertyville. Libertyville in the Chicago area. Players here, teams really playing for that spot in the national championship next summer, as we said, in the FC Dallas backyard. The Toyota Center, great facility there as well. Probably one of the greatest in the country. Stone works it forward. Now to the middle. That's Chandler. Chandler working. Rasmussen steps in and breaks it up. Chandler, good connection. They're going to play on. Ball sent forward. Ball still in, and now cleared out. He had the referee and Rasmussen having a little chat back and forth about Rasmussen really wanted a whistle. Referee said play on. They keep going until the whistle blows. Bronfien comes up, controls it. Nice little pass there. Morrison sends it back toward Rasmussen. And we do have a whistle. We couldn't hear it because of the wind, but there was a whistle. And that'll be a ball brought back because Rasmussen was taken down here in the 82nd minute. 81:10 on the clock. A little bit of extra time will be added. We now have cups and papers blowing across the pitch as the wind really whipping. I don't know the exact speed. We might be able to look that up here before the next match and see what the wind chill is. And that's a nice ball sent high toward the top of the box, headed around. Settled by Reyes. He'll send it high in the air. That ball may never come down. Tossed in here. Ryan Kim lines it up. Now tosses. Palin. Palin working with Johansson. Kim. Ball down the line. We'll go all the way down to Coach Jay. Sent back up to Kim. He'll toss it in. And that'll be a free kick here for Ryan Kim. Jackson Van Dixhorn checking in. Let's see who he's coming in. Looks like Morrison may be coming out. Henry Morrison comes out, gets a high five from Coach Molesky. This ball will be put in play by Herbeck. It's a good opportunity here. This ball's going to bend a lot into the wind. And he plays it that way, back post, still bounding around and cleared briefly by the defense. Now a rush forward, and let's see if anybody can break through. Herbeck really there. He'll send it up, but it's going to be intercepted by FC Dallas. A little bit hard. It's going to go out of play. Stone chasing it. But once again, you get a touch going that way, it's going to pick up speed because of the wind. Ball worked around. Restrepo comes away with it. Rasmussen brings it the other way. Big ball sent toward the top of the box. Hustling through is Palin. It's still on his feet. Shot! And it's going to be blocked away. It'll be a corner. Let's see what the official says here as they come in. And here comes the discussion with Palin. And so the foul was called there. It's hard to hear the whistle just because of the wind. And coach having a little discussion as well. But looked like an opportunity, but the whistle had apparently blown before that final shot was taken, or else there would have been a corner. Here's the discussion on the side. Coach Molesky and official Campillo. And I don't think they're discussing where to have lunch or the prices at the concession stand. This is a serious discussion about that play that really was a good opportunity for the Libertyville squad. And finally, Coach Molesky says, enough discussion. The referee says it's time to whistle it in and play ball. Ball will be put in play, and this ball will really carry. As we said over and over, Chandler now sends it forward. Kim is there to try to disrupt the play. However, Hatfield turns, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side, Libertyville. Libertyville in the white jerseys, black shorts. Ball headed around, and those of you watching know what I'm about to say. This is a very tough sport. Can be very violent in many ways, and the young men who play it, the young women who play it are very tough athletes. And we see that right here as they're going to play in this last 5 to 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes. The bodies are saying one thing and the heart and the mind saying another. They're going to stick with it. Play hard right on through. Here comes Ryan Kim. Good possession. Sends it back. Ball sent forward. Midfield. Bounding around here and working his way through. Good job there by Aruda. Sends it in. One hopper. Picked up by Pearson. And they'll bring it the other way. He'll put it in play into the wind. It's going to bound around right at midfield. And it'll be a ball to Libertyville. Now there'll be, like I said, the clock's, we're going to have a yellow card, and this is going to be, let's see who this is, who gets booked right here. Could be Reyes. Looks like that's where he's headed, and I'm sure it's for arguing. A little bit too much discussion. Disputation, dissension, pick your word. And a slip there as Herbeck puts it into play. Nice job by Restrepo to get possession. Moving forward, going to be the red shirts of FC Dallas. Stone, let's see if he can get to it on the side. He does. Stops it about a foot before it goes out. Works against Kim. Kim, good job there, but it'll be a corner for FC Dallas, their 9th of the match. Substitute getting ready to come in for Coach Molesky will be number 16. That's Jacob Democles. Jacob wearing number 16. He'll check in for Bronfien, Daniel Bronfien. Well, I said it was a corner. I was wrong. It is not a corner. It's a goal kick. That ball headed out of play. Be a throw in for Libertyville. Still fighting, trying to get a number on the board. Ball headed around, headed twice, 3 times. Palin now to Rasmussen. A low ball sent through. Try to send it through now. Van Dixhorn works it over to Preston. Preston goes down. Stone takes it. He'll go up against Rasmussen. Rasmussen got just enough of that ball to disrupt the onrushing play of Stone. Stone disheartened some as he fights back now. It'll be Libertyville. Quick ball sent over by Johansson. Johansson to Kim. And now the other way. Fighting over there, it's Jackham going up against Jaime. And also Torres. Torres working his way in. Onside, and Pearson, what a save. Point blank, and he reaches up and knocks it to the turf. Excuse me. Wow, good play there by the keeper. Saves the day for Libertyville, as hustling through there was Torres, who has tremendous speed. And another long ball. There comes Torres. He was onside, settled it, sends it over to Restrepo, working with him. Now he'll send it forward. Tries to control it. Now toward the top of the box. A couple of red shirts were there. Working it back, and now that ball's going to go pretty much nowhere. It'll go out of play. And we've got, we are at the 90-minute mark, and 2 minutes added. 2 minutes extra time have been added. Here's the toss in. So official regular time has finished up, but 2 minutes of additional time have been put on. That'll be a throw in for Libertyville. It's going to be Ryan Kim. Sends it back to Herbeck. Herbeck, Kim. Trying to get something started here. Good pressure here by FC Dallas. Wickremesakara now gets it forward. There's Palin. He's hustling down the pitch. He'll send it into the box and clear it away, to the delight of Coach Che. And they'll toss it in. Let's see, it's going to be Ryan Kim. I see the ball went clear over into the coach's area on the next field. This will be a ball tossed in. And Ryan Kim sends it into the box. Let's see if they can clear it out. Cleared briefly, then brought back in by Johansson. Ball into the box, headed away. And a ball headed toward Stone. He's able to stop it, keep it in play. About a minute to go now, you would anticipate. That ball's going to be sent down and out of play. And that will be the end of this match. A 0-0 draw. 0-0 is your final. As we had exciting action back and forth. Coach Che and Coach Molesky and their squads, a hard-fought battle, and it will end with no score. So some good opportunities both ways. And you'd say FC Dallas had, most of the time, had the best of it with the, just looking at the number of corners they had earned, but both teams with good opportunity. We'll take a break. Glad to be here with you. John Peters, Jordy Madrigal, and our crew on the Turbo Sports Network at usyouthsoccer.org. Check it all out. Schedule, standings, stats, and more. And we'll be back soon from Wilson, North Carolina, signing off.